Hi everyone, my name is Piyush, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the Codedamm's playground where you can run and write your Java code right into the browser. So this is the beauty and the best feature about Codedamm, that is interactive playgrounds. So in the previous videos we have seen how we can use IntelliJ Idea IDE and how we can run our code on the IntelliJ. And in this video I'll be guiding you how you can run your code on the Codedamm's playground. So what you have to do basically, once you log into the Codedamn, so this is the page where you land up, right? So on the left hand side, if you see that there is a button, like there's a tab or known as playgrounds. So once you click on this playgrounds, you'll see that there are many playgrounds that are available on the Codedamn. So like there is HTML, CSS, there's a React, there's Next.js, and couple of more they are adding, right? So down there's a Java playground as well. So what you need to do is you need to click on this Java playground and you need to give your playground a name, right? Like you can give a hello world or anything, you can give a name. And once you create a playground, your playgrounds will be appearing like this. Like I made a playground 13 hours ago, name as hello world. Now what I can do, I can click on this playground to boot up a container, to boot up this playground, and I can write and run Java code right into the browser. Now as you can see that my playground is booted up, right? And you see the exact code that we wrote in the IntelliJ in the previous video is right here, correct? Now let's take a tour of the playground. So on the left hand side, you have your files, basically all the files that you create. Okay, and this is the main editor where we are going to write down a code, and below here is the terminal where we are going to get our output. Okay, now in the IntelliJ that we had a green play button, right, to run the code, but that is not the case in the Codedamm's playground. Okay, so I'll be teaching you how you can compile and how you can run your Java code in the Codedamm's playground. Okay, so what you need to do is, first of all, let me like here's a terminal, right? And there is a main.class file, right? So let me delete this file first of all, okay? And I'll be explaining you what was that file. So currently we have this main.java file and .cdmrc file. As of now, you can ignore this file because this is a Codedamm configuration file. So let's jump into the main.java. So this is our source code, like we discussed in the Java architecture. So this is our source code which we have written in Java language. Now first step is to give the source code to the compiler and generate a bytecode, right? So what I need to do, I need to type in a command. I'll say javac, which stands for Java compiler, and I'll say, hey Java compiler, go ahead and compile main.java file for me. Okay, so what I say javac, basically Java compiler, go ahead and take in this file which is main.java and compile this file for me. As soon as I press enter, just see what will happen. So I pressed enter right here. So you can see that this main.class file appears magically, right? So let's try to open this file and read what's in there. So if I try to open this file, you can see that this file is not readable at all, right? So there are many red marks and like this file is not at all readable. So this is the bytecode that is being generated by the compiler of Java, right? So we discussed this in the first video. So we made a source code, right, which is right here. So we run javac, basically Java compiler, and Java compiler took main.java, our source code, and converted it into the bytecode. Now what we have to do using the JVM, Java virtual machine, or I can say JRE, Java runtime environment, to take this file, to take this bytecode and execute it, right? So to execute this file, what I need to do is I'll say Java, okay, not javac this time, only Java, and I'll just say main, okay, because the name of this particular file is main. So as soon as I click enter, see what will happen. So there is an error. I think I need to make it Java main.class basically. So let's click enter here, and we got an error. Okay, so why we got this an error is because we forgot to write public here. So just mention a public here. Okay, just add a public here. So first of all, we need to compile it again. Okay, so I'll say javac main.java. So let's wait for the compilation. So our compilation is now complete, and let's now do the Java main.class again. So I can say main, okay, Java main, and as you can see what we are getting a hello world printed on our machine, on our console. Okay, now one thing, let's say I remove this statement, okay, this is this statement, and I say system dot out dot print, let's print ln, and I'll say hello from Piyush. Correct. Now see what will happen if I say Java, okay, and I say main. So as you can see, like I'm still getting hello world, right? Why didn't I get hello from Piyush? Basically what I did, I changed my source code, but I didn't regenerate it, and I didn't compiled this particular code again. So my bytecode is still having the old code, but my source code has changed. So anytime you change the source code, what you need to do is you need to say java c, java compiler, and I'll say main.java, that hey java compiler, compile the main.java for me. Click on the enter and wait for the compiler to finish compilation. Once the compilation is finished, now you can say java and then the main, which is the name of this file. And when I click enter, now as you can see, I'm getting hello from Piyush. So throughout this lessons, there will be various labs that you will be encountering in between the video lessons, and there will be some assignments assigned to you. So using this playground, you have to complete those assignments, and this will be a really great hands-on for you. Okay. So thanks to Codedamn Playground and thanks to Codedamm's interactive learning, so that we are able to run our code on the browser itself.